Here we go back at it. Horse race bets getting you going here on this Thursday, getting you set for what's happening this weekend, and another great round of stakes racing coming up. This action is going to be focused on what's happening on the West Coast because Saturday at Del Mar, it's going to be pretty awesome. All right, 3 great races coming up. Then we've got our play of the day for Friday. So 3 stakes on Saturday, play of the day for Friday. It's coming up right now. We start with this, the Grade 1 Bing Crosby Stakes. 6 furlongs for the sprinters, 9 runners coming up Saturday at Del Mar. And you know a lot of these particular runners. You've seen them in the past. You know what they do. Dr. Venkman, really solid closer, right? So you know where they're going to be. Then you've got the speed, world record. That runner wants to go. And then you've got the one to the inside who I think is very intriguing, Crazy Mason. That one is very intriguing and probably going to be making a strong move from off the pace. But in this situation, I'm going to go, and I'm going to tell you right now, my theme is going to be very consistent. I've told you before I have money riders that I just really, really like, and it kind of doesn't really matter what they're riding. I'm usually going to side with them. As long as their horse has got 4 legs, we're good. And the runner or the rider that I'm rolling with this weekend is my dude, Giovanni Franco. He's back. He's got live mounts throughout the weekend. Lovesick Blues is the runner that I'm going to pick to run them all down, going 6 furlongs in the Bing Crosby. And you can see this runner does the majority of his work on the turf course and always closes and is always effective. But if you take a look at those 2 green arrows, they're going to show you the 2 dirt races, going 6 furlongs and going a mile. Both of them exceptional performances, closing and really making up ground in the stretch. So I think that the switch back to the dirt is not going to matter at all. In fact, because this horse has been running on the turf and because this horse has probably been facing tougher competition, we're going to get exceptional value on Lovesick Blues. But this horse is very consistent. The only question is, hey, is he classy enough to deal with the likes of these runners in this Grade 1 event? It'll be a huge step up for Lovesick Blues, but hey, horses step up all the time. And there's nothing worse than not being there for the celebration when the horse does break through. So that's what's happening in the Bing Crosby. From there, we go to a race that's near and dear to my heart. It's the Grade 2 San Diego Handicap, mile and a 16th on the dirt with 7 runners. Only reason why this race is important to me is because it's the only race that my boy Giacomo won after he won the Kentucky Derby, and he was all out to win this race at Del Mar. Super fun, though. But in this case, we're going to take a look at what's happening with our field of 7 runners in the Grade 2 San Diego. And, you know, we've got some really interesting runners. Midnight Mammoth to the inside. Miramati's got that speed. Nisos, whatever you want to call that horse for Bob Baffert, stretching out for the first time, so you know there's a lot there. Express Train is a very, I don't want to say consistent closer because he doesn't win a lot of races, but he's won enough to be effective, and he's earned his respect, right? You know, I remember I liked Tarantino a lot when he was a 3-year-old. He never really worked out. Judge Miller's got his thing. But in this race, I want to go with a horse that I think has the most experience doing this thing and I think is going to be in the best position. And that's Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame's a runner for Steve Asmussen. He's a very classy runner. Always brings his A game. He's moving out here to Southern California, so Michael McCarthy will help saddle him on race day. I think he's got all the figures that you need. I think he'll have enough to run at, especially with Nisos and Miramati in there and the other horse as well. So I think he'll get this setup that he needs. He's not going to be too far back. He's got a really nice closing kick. He's very classy, and he's got recency. So all those things, in my opinion, make Hall of Fame the pick and the play in the Grade 2 San Diego Handicap coming up on Saturday. But wait, there's more. Got to go to the turf. $100,000 Daisycutter Handicap Saturday, 5 furlongs, 10 runners here. And as I have mentioned, there is a rather consistent theme with what I'm working with here. And what I'm working with here is this. So take a look at these runners, right? You can see that if we're going to go 5 furlongs on the turf course, you're always going to have some speed in the field. So we're never worried about there not being enough speed. But what we are worried about is whether we get the proper trip. And in this, you know, all of these horses are shortening up, meaning they have not run 5 furlongs in a long time. A lot of them are 6 furlong, even deeper horses than that. But I think that my man, Giovanni Franco, he's on the 9, Granny Budgie. And Granny Budgie does a great job closing. So you can take a look at the running lines, right? It's not that hard to see. That's the beauty of handicapping. It's all right there for you to see. There have been 6.5 furlong races and 6 furlong races. The 6.5 furlongs is too long. The 6 furlongs is good enough. I think turning back even further to 5 furlongs, they get much more speed to run at. They get much better setup. And this horse is not necessarily a sprinter. Like, he doesn't really accelerate in the stretch. He kicks into another gear, but it's not like a acceleration. It's more of a steady, better than a grind, but not quite acceleration. So that's where we're going to put our horse. He's going to be in a nice spot, we believe. Even if we get scratches, which we know we always get 1 or 2, we should still have enough of a setup for our man to make his move, and there will be value there for sure. That's what's happening in the Daisycutter. Those are 3 picks for the action coming up on Saturday. But Ken, what about Friday's play of the day? Oh, thank you for asking. So our Friday play of the day comes in race number 8, Del Mar, towards the end of the card to wrap everything up. And Upstart Yankee, and they're going to be running on the dirt, by the way. He's going to be in a great spot to make the move from off the pace. I think he's extremely consistent doing that. Now, Giovanni Franco's going to get back on, and he's ridden this one before. It did not go well at all. So what he's going to get is plenty of speed in the race, and he's going to be able to run into it. And last time out, he did a great job making up ground. Now, it was that long stretch at Los Al, but I liked what he was doing. There wasn't a pace duel to run into. There was kind of, one lone speed horse, and then the other horse ran him down, and he was third in that particular race. He gets a much better setup coming up Friday, and you get crazy value with Upstart Yankee. And then we're all about finding horses that have the ability to win, but also get that value, and you get 8-1 on the morning line with our runner there. So there it is. Easy breezy. Hopefully we get those winners to come through, get ourselves going in the right direction. That's going to do it for this episode of Horse Race Bets with me, Ken Rudulph, getting you set for what's happening Saturday at Del Mar, and then the Friday play of the day also at Del Mar. In the meantime, in between time, till next time, we'll see you here. Good luck and enjoy whatever you are into.